Is that check?
Yeah, it's like, well, it's like the clap
Action.
thing from the movie Action. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, thanks for joining me. I'm with Justin Abbey and Danny Atkinson. Justin Abbey on my left, Danny on my right here, and some fire legends. And I appreciate you boys coming out here and hanging with me, man. It's a hot day, so.
It's a good day. Good day.
Yeah, so good to have you guys, especially this time of year, man. It's busy, so
Yeah.
I'm real thankful to have you boys. So I don't know where you guys want to start. If you guys want to start, like, kind of where you guys met in fire, or, like, your past and how you got to fire, or where you guys want to kick off.
I don't care.
That's wherever, man. Wherever you want to start. I mean, you can even talk about, like...
I introduced a former Job Corps student one time. We were down on the Salmon Chalice, and I introduced Michael Leslie to Danny Atkinson. And
we're on a fire down rattlesnake. Was it one of the rattlesnakes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Danny's like, "Hey, good to meet you. Get to work."
That's what you said to Micah?
That was it, man. He's gone.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and Micah Leslie.
Oh, that's awesome.
Micah's great, man.
Oh,
he's a good egg, dude.
Yeah, he's one of my favorites,
Love
man.
that son of a gun.
Yeah. I'm going to turn you up a little bit there, Danny.
Yeah, man. I remember that time. You had old Scott Bogan down with you.
Yeah.
And you guys, like, so I was in an engine from the Caribou Targhee.
Oh.
And I was coming up, and I had, we didn't have any firefighters down there. So I brought two guys from, like, the range crew guys.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they were like,
some militia folks.
what the hell?
Yeah.
And what the hell am I doing with Danny Atkinson, man?
Yeah.
So I'm rolling up Salmon River Breaks, we're going to go fight some freaking fire. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I got two range guys.
Oh, yeah.
And they were big old strapping farm boys from down in southeast Idaho.
Oh, really?
They were great.
So strong, probably.
Yeah, they were super great. I didn't even have to worry about them. They were like 10 times better than fire guys.
Yeah, hey, that's...
Because it was like, they didn't have like an ego, or they didn't have like this like, oh, we're gonna stop and get Copenhagen and the blah. No, they were cool.
That's
it was like
awesome.
straight. And so we rolled up, and then we saw them, and we tied in with those guys, and we were hooking this back anchor for that fire down there, and and then they came up, and they were like, Scotty Bogan. I've worked with him for long time, since like 2005 or something.
Oh, really?
Like
Yeah.
And he was on the Locksaw, and I was up in Powell for a bit. And yeah, man, and that was good. And then I met old Micah Leslie.
Yeah.
And he
Was he a student then?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Micah was a student. Micah was we just hired him. We just hired Micah, and Micah was asked to go back to Trapper, and we hired him at Sula. And Micah he asked, man, I need to write a speech. I'm looking for some famous Job Corps graduates. I'm like, oh man, George Foreman.
Yeah, George Foreman. Man.
No way, really?
Yeah, I was
George
like,
Foreman went to Job Corps.
No
Yeah,
idea. That's
dude.
cool.
So I'm telling Micah about George Foreman. I'm like, dude, George Foreman, dude, you can't knock him out, right?
Yeah.
Like, world champion boxer.
Yeah.
And he was like, I was thinking about Danny Atkinson.
No.
And I was like, well, that'll work too, whoever Danny is.
Yeah.
and then we run into him on a fire like 2 weeks later.
No way.
So
That's weird.
Dude,
Yeah.
That's
weird.
really cool.
It's weird, man. The universe works like that, man.
yeah, so I give Mike all this advice on George Foreman, and Micah wrote a speech on Danny Atkinson.
Oh, really? Dang. Danny won out. What's that? Did you have the mustache back then, or I mean, I can see the appeal.
He had a big handlebar, dude.
No, I don't know, man. I don't know if I had the mustache. I just
Just tough as nails. So your reputation kind of.
I don't know. It's not me, man. That isn't me. It's who's in me.
Yeah.
The Lord Jesus Christ is inside me, and I do the best I can for who I am. And
Yeah, dude.
blah blah blah. But man, that's what drives me.
Yeah.
That's what drives me is God, and I'm tickled to death, and because I don't deserve anything.
Oh man.
Like when Justin says like Michael wants to do that stuff, that blows me away.
That's the biggest honor,
it's
dude.
pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a huge honor.
Well, it's a huge honor for him because of what he's done through me, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so you get to see your work kind of pay off too, man. Like through other people, like with
Yeah.
the good word you're spreading, man. Like that energy. Like I've told you on the phone several times about how like I knew about you through your reputation way before I ever met you, man. Like years, before. And like when I first started this podcast, people were telling me about you too, Justin. Like, you gotta get Justin Abbey on. I'm like, yeah, I will. But also, I didn't want to get you guys on until I was better at this. I didn't want to just like fumble through this. And just, you guys are just like staring at me like, why am I here again?
Well,
Like,
it's pretty cool, man. Like, I've never been on this thing or done anything like this before.
Me neither.
Oh, really?
No, fuck.
Dude,
No.
Yeah, no, you can swear, man. It's open.
I don't want to because I'd like my kids to listen to.
Oh,
Yeah,
true.
so.
Yeah. I try to keep reining into a little bit. 'Cause that.
I was just making fun of my cousin the other day. He's like, "Hey man, you listen to a podcast?" I said, "I don't even know what a podcast is." He's like, "Oh, it's just a bunch of people talking." I'm like, "Oh man, I got better things to do than listen to a bunch of people talking." Right? And then you called. You're like, "Hey man, you want to do Friday?" And I'm like, "Well, hell, why not?"
Yeah, I can talk. Well, no, that's why it's a hard sell though. Like, so what are you doing? I'm like, well, I got this old Airstream. I just sit and talk to folks. So, like,
Yeah, no, it's perfect.
like what you record it? Why?
Yeah, it's
But
perfect.
It works out good,
It's
huh?
perfect.
Yeah, this old sucker's been around for a while, so it works
Yeah.
out good, hey.
Yeah, yeah. I was. We were changing pipes. It was about 5:30 in the morning, and I was like, "What the hell's a podcast?"
Oh, really? Jeez, dude.
I was riding him, dude. He's like, "Bunch of people talking." I'm like, "Man, I listen to a bunch of people talk all day long."
I know.
Yeah,
But
like,
this is different. This
Yeah.
is different.
Yeah.
This is the Lookout podcast.
Yeah, man.
oh, dude,
It
You
was
can
awesome.
say whatever you want.
dude,
It's
so
good.
yeah, so honored to have you boys on. So I didn't realize. I thought you guys like knew each other long, like the whole fire career time. But like you guys didn't meet until
No.
later on a little bit.
No, man.
No.
Holy smokes. Yeah. And then, so I was, here's the deal.
Yeah.
Here's how it started. Is I was down in Swan Valley, Idaho,
Mm-hmm.
down the Caribou Targhee, loving life. Those people down there are freaking incredible.
Oh, really?
So just, it's like a family. It was just, man, it was great. And so anyways, it was going really good. I went through a divorce, and that was really hard.
Yeah.
This is my second one. Second
Yeah.
divorce.
Dang.
Oh, you want to talk about it? We can get deep.
Whatever,
You
how
go
far
deep
you-
is when you. We can go back to the beginning of everything.
Yeah, whatever you want to do, man. We're here. I'm
well,
here for it.
I just want to talk with Justin. You know, with me and him, man.
Yeah.
So it happened to be is like I was going to quit the Forest Service.
Oh.
I was done.
Yeah.
I was tired of going through wives.
Yeah.
I was.
No,
I'm
I
tired
get-
of it. I was like, man, this is horrible, man.
Well, I get it,
I'd
man.
leave, and they would leave with everybody else.
Well, that's like all the new all the new policy going through though is about that, man. Just like
Yeah.
not being able to keep a marriage going because you're gone.
Oh,
you know.
it's so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have like, I don't know, but if it's still true, but I think we have either the first or the second highest divorce rate in the country.
Yeah, for any job,
Yeah.
any employment.
It's
yeah.
wildland
Yeah.
firefighters.
Yeah, it's wildland firefighters.
It's
yeah.
just a high-profile job where you're gone a lot. And,
A lot of stress.
a lot of stress and blah, blah, blah. But
When you get home, you're
man,
tired, so you don't
yeah,
engage.
you're tired
Yeah.
and stuff. It's hard to have a family. You can't do all that stuff. But, you know, there's a lot of people that's made it. You know,
Yeah.
there's a lot of people that's done very, very well with it, and that's very commendable. And we gotta remember that part. Those people
totally.
are strong and good.
Yeah.
Good American people that are doing good. You know, strong values, strong morals,
Yeah.
and a strong God. You know, that's
Yeah.
keeping them together. So anyway, I tried to have all that, and it just fell apart.
Oh no.
And it fell apart again.
Yeah.
But anyways, so I'm back in Swan Valley, and I got this new girlfriend who's gonna be my wife.
Oh.
And I was just like, oh my, well, I wanted her to be my wife.
Yeah.
I told God, I said, that's enough, man. Like, really?
Yeah.
1, 2, like, but the third time's a charm.
Hey man, yeah, you didn't stop trying. That's what
No.
matters.
No. I didn't stop trying. I wanted to,
Yeah.
but my sister, who, it's kind of crazy. My sister, when I was a kid in 1997, man, we can go through some bunch of stuff. We want to dig up bones, but anyways, my sister said to me, she said, you know, there's a lot of good women out there, and don't think for a second that, you know, just because you went through a couple bad ones. And I was like, I don't believe it. So for the second time in my life, I said to myself, the best I know how, I believe that. The first time I said it is when I said, in 1996, on January 14th at 7:30 at night, I accepted Christ as my Savior. And when that happened, he said, "The best do you know how? Do you believe that Jesus Christ died on the cross for your sin?" And I said, "The best I know how, I'll believe that."
Yeah.
And man, ever since then, it changed my life. So anyways, after going on in life and blah, 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 there's crazy stories. But the second time I talked to my sister, or not, I've talked to her a lot.
Yeah.
But like the second time I said, "The best I know how, I'll believe that," is that there's good women out there.
Yeah.
Was with my sister, and I said, "Yep, all right, I'll do that. I'll the best I know." And I met Amy, my wife, and she has just been she's the best. She's the best thing that's ever happened to me, other than getting with my relationship with Christ.
Yeah.
And so it's been great. And
the proof in the pudding, right? Because, like, you know, you got a relationship with Christ, and then all these, like, it seems, at least from your story, it seems like all these good things started, like, snowballing after that, right? Like, you got a better path in life in general, right?
Yeah, like it's starting to go, like, I've always longed and wanted to be a family man and to be a good man and to be a good husband, and I never thought I'd have kids, but I have some. Anyways,
Yeah.
So, like...
Little bonus.
Yeah, crazy stuff. So anyways, so like fast forward, and so she moves up and from Durango and Colorado, and everything's great. And then she's a school teacher, and I was tired of like running on fires and not being able to be home and be with my wife at the time.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're gone, like, you know, just like the relationship and stuff is not there.
Yeah.
So anyways, gosh, I was going to quit fire. I was going to quit the Forest Service. I was about done. I was done.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I value my relationship with her more than I value my career with the Forest Service.
Which I think is a healthy choice.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying.
Yeah.
And it was really funny because I saw this. I went to work down there in Swantown. It's this little bitty cache. It's great.
Oh,
it's
cool.
like the dynasty of just perfect Forest Service. Great.
Old school, right?
Yeah, it's old school. It's great.
Yeah.
BB4, Mark III.
Oh.
I mean, we have everything. The BB4 with the Mark III freaking head on it. Yeah, man. And the little, Type 6 engine.
Yeah,
and
dude.
it's just great. And then I was just like, I'm done. And I saw this blurb that said, Trapper Creek Job Corps is looking for a detailer as the natural resource instructor. And I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
I'm like, cool, man. So I'm like, I could do that. And so I called them, and they remembered me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, from when I was a student.
Oh, yeah.
And
well, you left pretty good imprint even as a student, though, didn't you? Just
yeah,
like
I did.
Kicking butt and just.
Yeah, I did really good.
Yeah.
Really well. Did really, really well.
They started a new color for him. He was above gold.
Oh, really?
He was a trailblazer.
Trailblazer. Yeah,
Oh, no way. That was you?
Yeah, don't cut yourself short, man. Keep going.
Yeah, yeah.
So anyway, so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna give him a call, and then they're like, yeah, come on up. And I had an interview to detail, and I was in Nevada somewhere in like Elko or somewhere in Nevada, standing on top of a rock with 1 foot.
Trying to get the service?
Yeah, trying to get service. I had a dozer going, man, pushing like 13 miles of line that day.
Yeah, dude.
I ain't kidding you, it was ripping.
Yeah.
Wild horses running through us.
Really?
Anyway, yeah, at night, when we were camped out, just bivvied up. But and then I came up, and I had R&R finally,
Yeah.
And on my R&R days, I came up and to Trapper, where I started in 1998, and where I started fire, where I started my brand new life. And
Yeah.
and anyways, they remembered me, and they still love me, and they still respected me, and they still liked me. And then I got an opportunity to come up and I detailed in for, what was it, 120 days?
Yep.
Yeah. Well,
In a natural resource instructor?
yes.
Yep.
Yeah, just where I came from when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And then that's when me and Justin reconnected from that fire down in Salmon.
Oh, so you guys had that fire and then came back as an instructor, and then you're working with him?
Yeah, and so he got the position there as the IFMO.
Yeah.
Brand new, right? Brand new position.
Brand new.
Yeah.
Brand new.
Like there hadn't been one there at all.
It was
right?
an NTE 1-year detail at the time.
Yeah, not to exceed.
And with option to convert.
Oh.
And so I think Danny showed up in about August?
Oh, September.
September.
Of 2014.
Of 2014, and Danny shows up, and so you see the mustache now.
Yeah.
He had a Yosemite Sam. I mean, he was twisted out Doc Holliday style, man.
It's way bigger.
It was way big, dude.
Yeah. I'm taming it down.
And
I'm taming it down.
I remember walking into Chris Future was the center director at the time, and I walked in. I'm like, hey man, what are we gonna do about this? Because so they offered me earlier that January, they said we can split your time. We can split your time, and you can do. You'll be paid half time out of WOFAM, 13 pay periods, and 13 pay periods will be picked up by Trapper.
Oh.
Or we're gonna bring in another instructor, GS9. And I said, well, let's go with OR.
Yeah, 'cause, yeah.
Right? Like,
share the load, right?
Yeah, yeah. So when we started the Trapper Creek Fire Program, it was it was me, a single cab truck, and the mission was start a Type 2 crew.
That was it? Like no rigs?
Me and a single cab truck.
Type 2 crew.
And a Type 2 crew. Go.
Which for people listening, Type 2 is a 20-person crew, and you have a single cab truck that sits 3.
Yeah, right.
So the math isn't there.
We can get into the single cab truck debacles later, but
yeah.
So when they
back the truck, man.
when they said they give me the option of a firefighter, because at the time the trade instructor did not have the quals to teach guard school, which is part of their training and achievement record, or a TAR.
Yeah, one big part of it, right?
Big part, yeah. At the time it was like 63%. Yeah. And so they said, well, we'll pay half. We'll pay half. WOFAM will pay half. And the bid route's off the hook.
Oh.
And I said, no, I want OR.
Yeah.
I want OR. I want the other. I want the OR, right? I want the GS9 fire trained
beautiful
individual.
mustache
Beautiful mustache and all, redhead. I love it.
Oh yeah, who doesn't love redhead?
And so I remember walking.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I remember walking in the office, and Chris Future says, "Hey man, we got this guy. We need you to meet him. He's down in NR right now." I said, "All right, man. Who are we talking about?" And he goes, "Danny." I'm like, "Atkinson?"
Yeah, you're like, I already know.
And he goes, "Yeah, you know him?" I'm like, "Nope." Hire him.
Yeah, never heard of him.
I said, "Hire him."
Yeah.
I said, "Last time I met Danny he told us to get to work."
That's so awesome.
So I ran down to NR, Natural Resources, or Forestry Conservation.
Yeah, now it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
There at Trapper.
Yeah, NR.
Yeah.
And we called it NR.
I was part of it, so you can call it whatever you want. Natural retards is what we called it. When I was a kid, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Nerds.
My nerds.
The nerds.
Nerds.
So I walked down there, and Danny goes, "What's your vision?" I said, "Well, here's my vision. Right? Here's my mission.
Yeah.
Right? I got a single cab truck, Type 2 crew. Here's my vision." And I told him my vision. I was like, "You in?" He goes, "Let's do it."
Oh, that's awesome.
I said,
man.
"Let's get it." And then God breathed.
Yeah.
It was everything after that. Danny's 120-day detail went up. There was a whole bunch of other people. One other person detailed into it, not successful.
Yeah.
But then Danny, I called Danny up because they were flying the job. And I called Danny up, and Danny's going through a world. Well, not you really. Amy was going through a world of. Her world was turned upside down at that time. I think you were in a hospital when I called you.
Oh no.
And
her dad just passed away.
Oh man, yeah.
And so I called Danny up. I'm like,
Well,
dude,
I was like waiting for confirmation. So it was really cool. It's really cool though, bro, because I got to talk to her dad about the move.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to take her any further away from her family than than what we already were.
Yeah, totally.
And her dad gave me the blessing. He's just like he's just an old truck driver. He's great, man.
Yeah.
Great, man.
Just blue collar.
Yeah. Great. And he's just like, "Are you going up or down?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm going up.
Yeah.
It's a lot better than a GS7, let me tell you."
Yeah, man.
And I thought I was hitting the big time, getting the GS9.
yeah.
Back
And
then,
I can't believe.
was.
Can you believe that a redheaded kid like me, that could not read, could not spell, could not do arithmetic, nothing. I couldn't do anything when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I mean, but fight and be angry and
Speak Spanish.
Speak Spanish. ¿Qué pasando, vato? But like I couldn't do much. It actually turned out to get a GS9.
Dude,
That's pretty awesome.
that is huge, man.
And that's totally God breathed.
Yeah, like when because
It
you
is.
said God breathe, and you texted me that the other day on the
Yeah,
phone, and I was like,
yeah.
geez, I mean, it gives me the goosebumps right now,
Yeah.
man. Like
Mhm.
it's true though, because you can reflect on and see the power there, man. It's amazing.
Oh, brother.
Well, dude, you can see what you can see is like, I called Danny and I'm like, dude, are you gonna apply? And he goes, I don't know. I'm like, whoa.
Dude, I had a
Oh.
good.
Oh.
I had a good in Swan Town.
Oh yeah.
Swan Town's so good,
I
bro.
was like, dude, you better reel in right now, man.
I know.
I'm recasting. I'm gonna ask you again. You're gonna apply.
Recasting.
And he's like, dude, I don't know, man. This is what's going down. And I'm like, I said,
And
well,
I was afraid.
I was like, get your affairs
Yeah.
in order.
Here's
I
what
said,
I was
"And apply."
Here's what I was afraid of. Honestly, you know what I was afraid of?
What?
Administrative stuff.
Oh yeah.
No, like administrative people above me.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the duties.
No,
No, like the stuff above you. Eh?
yeah, stuff above me.
Huh.
Because where I had it, those guys let us off the leash.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, you go cut, you go burn, you go freaking fight fires. We'll call, you haul, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, you do your thing. But here,
That's some
and then I was
creative
like,
freedom.
if I felt like I've never been on like the SO, like where we're sitting right now today.
Yeah.
The SO, are you kidding me?
I know. I work there.
About
It's weird.
Killed you when you said that. I was like, I don't want to be here, man. I'm a fire guy.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, both of us, all of us, feel the same way.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We don't want to be here. We want to be in a remote workstation, a remote guard station, doing our thing, just out there pounding and grounding and getting stuff right and
Yeah.
doing our program, especially as like a station manager or something, like Sula.
Yeah.
where
it's
you're
just-
at.
When you kept saying Sula, or when you kept saying that, that's all I could picture is Sula.
Mhm.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, you're out there, man. You're in charge of your own deal. Let's go out and let's go cut. Let's go thin. We know what has to be done. Let us do it.
Yeah.
Like, let's go.
That-
When we're in town, we're a mess.
Yo, totally.
Don't bring us to town. We're a
Yeah.
mess. I am. You brought me here. I'm a mess. Like right now, I'm like, oh my gosh, we're at the SO. I'm like, oh, I gotta watch my P's and Q's. I gotta do all this stuff.
No, this is after hours. We're good.
Oh, I know. I know that
I
because
gotta
I'm
drive-
drinking a KL smoothie and I'm off the clock permanently.
Yeah.
So I really don't give a shit.
Yeah,
I
see?
gotta drive through 5 stoplights to get home. Damn it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Oh.
Right?
Let's see. I don't think I have any. If I take my I got 2. I think if I plan my route right.
But no. So, when Danny applied, and we got him, and I say we got him.
It was tough though. I was so scared.
Oh, I bet.
We-
I was so scared.
We got him, and I remember the first time. He came on,
Mhm.
right, and I'm like, all right, we're good now, man. Like things are looking up,
Yeah.
and now it's like, now I got help. It was like we got help. I got Danny. We're good.
Yeah.
I got your back.
And
I still got your back.
yeah, it was good, man. It was good, and things started going from there. Things just started happening, and we wouldn't even try to make it happen.
Just the
Right,
Just the magic of it?
Yeah, like so.
Yeah.
We need write the mission.
Yeah, mission statement.
Yeah.
Type 2 crew,
Yeah.
and we were like, Well, we can get
We can
20
do better.
kids out on districts, and then we can just run with mods, little lightning mods, right?
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
little
yeah.
IA mods, and
Yeah, because we had like, what was it, 80 some students
yeah.
that were involved with the fire program. It's just me and Justin.
Holy hell!
Yeah.
Some students. Jeez,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, that first year, so 2014, we had like 7 students. In 2015, we had like 60 students.
Holy cow!
2016, we had like 80 students.
Yeah, they got bigger.
All
dude.
in the fire program. And every year, we kept going up and up and up and up. And we were like, dude, what are we going to do with all these guys?
Yeah.
Right? And I mean, not all of them were fire.
Justin is
we're-
like a puppet master. He
We're
can
like cut
create
out.
stuff.
Yeah.
But we'd take our best ones, the ones that, you know, they didn't need that much mentoring, they didn't need that much hands-on, and we'd put them on districts. And the districts would come and interview them.
And that was still hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they would come interview him and be like, "Come on in," and this is the cream of the crop,
Yeah.
and you can pick the cream of the crop. I mean, I hate to say that, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You got to have the mental capacity, the physical capacity, the vocal capacity, all that stuff. You got to have all of it, the package, right?
Yep, absolutely.
And
Be able to work independently.
yeah, and so they would come and pick who they wanted.
Yeah.
It's like a puppy mill.
Yeah. Oh man.
It is.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, some of them would do good, some of them wouldn't.
Yeah.
Some of them would work out, some of them wouldn't. It's just the way it goes.
Yeah. Well, that's
And
fire
then
in
we
general
would
too.
pick up the
Yeah.
pieces.
Yeah.
We would pick up the pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we would shape them and mold them into being better, more successful, more strong. I guarantee you, the ones that we thought were the worst ended up being the best.
I bet. Yeah. There's that old saying, right? You can let someone fail, but don't let them be a failure. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
And that's like what you guys were
Yeah.
doing.
I'm not kidding you.
Yeah.
Not freaking kidding you.
Yeah.
Like those guys,
Yeah.
I mean, bunch of them. I'm not going to mention any names because God bless them. They're doing great. But man, I thought for sure negative.
Yeah.
Dude, I wouldn't take this guy to a campfire. Like at a barbecue.
Yeah.
And-
Mostly for their
and-
own safety, probably
Oh
a lot of
my
times too,
goodness!
right?
It's like, oh, are you kidding? And then there was a spark. There's something that happened. We believed in him. We showed something to him. I don't know. It's not just us. It's like stuff through us and then stuff through them. Like when they were growing up, I don't know what it was, but there was some sparks that happened, man.
Some kind of
There was some
connection.
sparks that happened inside those kids that, man, they got fired up, bro. They got
Yeah.
fired up, and it changed their perspective of life. It changed their perspective of what they can accomplish, what they can do. I mean, it was incredible
Yeah.
to see the lowest of lows, just like me. I was the biggest piece of booger in your nose, the one way back that nobody wanted to pick.
They can't get at.
I was. I mean, I ain't kidding you.
It's-
I was the slimiest, the worst ever. And yet God picked me. And look at that. God picked them. He gives, everybody has something incredible inside them. Everybody has something amazing inside them. Somebody
Yeah.
has a gift inside them that will blow you away.
Absolutely.
When they see it. And that's what we got to
I
see.
think that's what we did.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what we did is we found that.
Yeah.
We found the light.
Well, they through
They found,
together.
Yeah.
Together they found it, and when they found it, boy, they blossomed.
Oh, I bet,
It was
man.
incredible.
Because like you said,
Yeah.
you could give them all these opportunities and whatever else, but if they don't have any belief in themselves and don't see that they are capable to do whatever you're put in front of them, then they won't be able to do it. It doesn't matter who we are,
Yeah.
you know?
Right.
Some of the best ones did really good,
Yeah.
but some of the worst ones
did really
blew
good.
our mind.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We even
blew
like,
our mind.
Yeah.
we even like Micah's story, you know, like we were in dispatch this winter, and
Yeah.
I've been trying to get him on the podcast, but he's being a little gun shy. But
Ah, that's all right.
yeah, but he's so intelligent, man. And he's
He's
just like
incredible.
talking about like kind of where his transformation happened too, and it's
Yeah.
just like, geez, dude, like those success stories, like you know,
Yeah.
especially you.
Micah is incredible.
Yeah, he's just
He
a
is
great human.
Great human being.
Big brain on him. He played
God's got a special place for him.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's so hard because I never got to see you on the other side of things. So like seeing you now and just like how well put together you are. You got a giant brain on you. You're passionate. You know, like you
Yeah.
got all the things that
I'm
everyone
doing
wants to be.
I'm doing a
you
lot.
know?
I'm doing a lot better now. I went through a really hard time. So you guys know, I was diagnosed finally I have lupus, psoriatic arthritis, Meniere's disease, and psoriasis. And so anyways, they cut off, well, they fused. I say they cut off because I can't feel them anymore.
Yeah.
But I got 4.
I thought they were cut off this whole time.
No, they're still there, but I can't feel them. They just kind of flop around.
Oh, gotcha.
But I got 4 toes on my left foot that are fused, and I can't feel them anymore. And my big toe, I won't let them get.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You want
because they want to fuse it and deaden it, and I don't want them to do that.
No, that's
because
like
it hurts like a son of a gun.
Yeah.
And it's starting to grow underneath my other toes.
I'll take
and then they took 50% of my plantar fascia. They took 50% of my Achilles tendon. And then I've had 3 surgeries on my knee. My elbows are trashed. Everything's trashed.
Yeah.
And it's just autoimmune diseases. And so this is a big change for me. Because I came from, like a 0 to halfway being a kind of cool hero.
Yeah, I would say
to back to 0.
Yeah, dude,
and it sucks. But man,
just a different mission, man.
Yeah, it is.
It's a different mission,
it's
brother.
crazy what
different mission.
And so now I am medically retired from the Forest Service after 25 years, 20 years as a permanent. And so it's kind of cool because I can still keep my health insurance and my life insurance, and my TSP is still going, all that stuff.
Which is huge, especially with the family.
Oh my gosh, yeah, huge.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, with the family. Oh my gosh, you guys.
Yeah.
And so, anyways, after tons of therapy, and then the biggest breakdown that I've had, the biggest breakdown that I've had was I turned my back on my family because with the pain. People don't understand with paralysis and things that I couldn't walk. I could not walk. I could not. I had to crawl to the bathroom for 3 months.
Jeez. Dude.
I could not do the things that Danny Atkinson does. And if anybody knows me, you guys know that, I got 2 speeds, full throttle and stop.
Yeah.
And I couldn't do that no more. And it really broke me. Broke me down. Broke to nothing. Man. I mean, I tried to hang on to my faith, and I tried my best, and then I turned my back on it. I turned my back on everything.
Yeah.
And I even contemplated suicide.
I was worried about you there for a minute.
I bet. I think a lot of people.
I think all of us, yeah. Because when you have that many things stack up on you that fast, dude, I mean, it's amazing you're still here,
Yeah. Well, I mean, you look at the Forest Service, too. They got a really high
suicide
rate and stuff like that. But I don't give a shit about the statistics and all that stuff. But it is true.
Because you already beat the odds, man, a few times.
Well, the thing of it is like I felt like my identity was taken away from me. My purpose was taken away from me. I felt like a failure, a loser, just like I was when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And so so another thing of working at Trapper too is that you got a lot of kids with a lot of back trauma.
Yeah.
Total trauma. And I could relate to every single one of them, which is really bad.
Yeah.
And that's what made us so successful, is that me and Justin, we could relate to people's past trauma. And so say like somebody was sexually abused. Well, I was sexually abused when I was a kid, twice by 2 different men. Oh. And that was terrible.
Fucking
terrible. And
excuse my language.
No, it was terrible. And I remember that. And you know what's really screwed me up is like I didn't really think about it. Yeah. I didn't think about it at all. Like I went through it. I knew that God has forgiven me, and I'm going on with my life, and I'm trying to travel on in my life and make something of myself and try to prove to people that I'm not a failure. I'm not a bad person. I'm trying my best.
Yeah.
And inside there was a demon inside. There's like this entity that's just trying to drag me and just say that you're no good. You're not worth it. You're not worthy. You're not good enough. And no matter what you do, you're never ever going to be good enough.
Yeah, man.
And look at the things that you've done. I've hurt people. I have done bad things in my life. But I know for a fact that I have been forgiven for all those things, and that Jesus is in my life. He's there.
Yeah.
So fast forward all the way up, and I contemplated suicide by fire. I wanted to start my bonfire, my fire, or what do you call it? Your slash pile that we have out there. So I got a slash pile with all the pine needles that I have to rake up every freaking spring and fall and stuff.
Yeah.
I got this big old pile, it's about the size of a pickup. And I'm like, I'll just trip and fall in it.
Yeah,
and be done.
Get comfortable in there, yeah.
And that's what I wanted to do. And I told this counselor about it. And so I have all these counselors and all that stuff. And I was going to Missoula like twice a week, every week for probably a year and a half. I did that.
Jeez.
And inside, man, I was still just boogered. It's just like nothing's working. I feel like I'm being attacked. I feel like I'm not worthy. I feel like people think I'm faking it. I feel like, I was getting attacked by all ways. Like, how am I supposed to fight fire and still, I can't walk, man.
Yeah, and be your old self, right?
Yeah, I always loved to run and loved all that digging and all that stuff. And I wanted to lead the kids by example, not by just like in a pickup, with a blowhorn saying, man, step it up. Like, man, catch the pack, don't fall back.
Yeah. I've seen that video.
Yeah.
That's a great one.
What is it like? Save me the big chunks, mother father.
Yeah.
And then, so anyway, so I finally got diagnosed with all this stuff, and my life is falling apart. And so, like I said, I turned my back on a lot of things, and I did bad things. And so anyways, in church, I finally started going back to church, and Justin was there and his wife, and I stood up. I stood up because I want to fight. I'm fighting for my life.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding you.
100%.
Like, I'm freaking fighting for my life. I have nothing left, bro. Like, they're taking it. It's taking it away from me. Like, what happened, man? What happened? I was doing so good, and then it just goes away, and it's like another fight, man.
Absolutely, brother.
And I stood up in church, and I said, hey, man, I want to rededicate my life to Christ. And I'm not kidding you. Ever since that day, my life is getting better and better and better.
Oh, that's good to hear, man.
I swear to you. Like,
oh, shoot. Hold on, boys. Lost something here. Oh, no, that's you. Is that you or is that you?
I don't have
Oh.
It's kind of funny, though. Like,
we're good. I thought one of these things died. Let me check that camera real quick. Sorry, Danny. Didn't mean to interrupt there, brother.
While he's checking that camera, man, that's what everybody put hands on you, and I was like,
I
ain't touching it.
That's what I was going to tell him. I was like, oh, God. Danny doesn't like to be touched.
Yeah, I touched him.
Yeah,
Ain't no
Danny
way,
doesn't
man.
like to be
Ain't
touched.
no way. I'm gonna stand in the back, dude, because he's gonna roll through this whole crowd real
It was
quick.
kind of, that was really funny, too, because Justin was like, oh, my gosh. So they laid hands on me, and they prayed for me and stuff, and I don't like to be touched at all.
Like this at church.
Huh?
This is at church?
Yeah.
Oh.
Dude.
So and I don't really like to be touched.
Yeah.
Like I'm ready to fight. I just ever since I was a kid, I just don't like to be touched.
Yeah.
And so he knows that, but I was so broken that I'm like, I don't care, dude. Like
Yeah.
I totally surrendered. Like I have nothing left.
Oh, yeah, dude.
I was gonna lose everything. I was gonna lose my family. I was gonna lose everything. And yeah, and luckily I have the greatest wife in the world, and
Yeah, brother.
she's still with me, and my kids are still with me, and they love me, It's been hard, boys.
Oh, I bet, man.
I didn't want this, you know.
No, dude. And with all you already came through, man, and then having this too, man, like the only thing is that even makes sense that, you know, the good Lord knows you're strong enough to get through it, you know?
No.
So, I don't know. Honestly, dude, I don't know anyone that would, you know, be able to do it like you are, man.
Well, it's like I said, it's not just me, man. It's who's in me, and then the people I surround myself with, like Justin.
One of the best guys on the planet here, too, man. So
It's Uncle Justin.
Uncle
man.
Justin,
Hell yeah,
for the
man.
old kid, yeah.
Me and
We're
his
doing
kids,
good.
we're partners in crime.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're doing good.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's the thing too, man. Like, I don't know, man. I think maybe get more people to reach out to, because like we were talking before, probably thousands of students and just people in the fire world that you've, you know, helped with their lives, man, and touched them a little bit. You know, like everyone I know that's ever met you is you've impacted their lives, man. So you're super important.
Yeah. Well, you know.
He used to. Danny
Danny
used to yell at him.
Oh, hard.
He would yell at the students. He'd cuss them out. And man, I was the candy man.
Yeah.
I'm making him. Hey, I'll take one of those when you grab one. I was the candy man. I was the guy making them thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
And they'd graduate, and they'd come up and they'd be like, "We want to give this rose to Danny, man. He really affected my life." I'm like, "Mother, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Dude, I just made you $20,000 and you're gonna give a rose to Danny?"
Yeah. What in the world?
And Danny's like, "Give it to somebody else. Give us Copenhagen."
Yeah, I want a Copenhagen. I mean, what am I gonna do with a rose, man? Give me something I like a Copenhagen or something like that. You know?
That's
Ice
what
cream.
That's what he said.
Ice cream.
Something.
Give me Copenhagen.
Yeah.
What is it? Nicotine, ice cream, and caffeine.
And
You know?
caffeine, yeah.
Nicotine, caffeine, and ice cream.
Yeah.
The recipe for a good firefighter.
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah. Totally, man. Especially with hot days, man. Get some ice cream and.
Oh man, I've been taking my kids down to the store down in Darby, and they just love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Get ice cream.
Oh man, those hot days, dude.
I'm like, come on, man, pick a color.
Oh yeah. All the flavors. Well, yeah, when we used to always do the ice cream flip at the West Smoke Trooper base, man. You look forward to that in the hot summer, you know. Oh man. Well, that's cooled off a little bit, dude.
Yeah, it's good in here.
Yeah.
Not
But yeah,
bad.
you all right?
Yeah, it's not bad in here at all.
Yeah, good. I was a little worried because I mean we all got long
Like I said,
pants
man,
on.
I just got done changing pipes. I changed my shirt, changed my pants, changed my shoes,
Right.
and I come rolling in because Danny was like, "You want me to pick you up?" I'm like, I'm still on the line."
Yeah.
Dude, that was good timing though.
It was perfect
Yeah,
timing.
we were just catching up and like just
Yeah,
a couple
just
minutes
got
really.
there.
Yeah,
when you called. So.
that worked out great, man.
He probably showed up and was like, "Man, he's always like 10 minutes late, dude. Just let it go."
No, he didn't say anything. He's like, yeah, you should be here. We were in no rush. Yeah.
No. You're a busy man, brother.
You are one of the busiest dudes I think I know.
Oh, you should see. I got stuff going on, bro.
Yeah, both of
I
you
got
guys, really.
stuff going on. I got 5 chickens. Built a chicken coop for my kids.
Did you? Oh, cool.
Heck yeah, man. I'm retired, bro.
Kids love chickens, man. My
Yeah.
nephews, oh man, all about it.
Yeah. So like so now that I'm retired, I'm not owned by anything anymore. It's kind of like when we were 13s, you know? Like when you're like laid off for the winter, you're like, take the watch, throw it, cell phone, throw it. You don't, nobody belongs. No, you're free.
Yeah.
Finally, you're free.
Absolutely.
Oh, I
brother.
love those days when I was 13.
I know, I was thinking about it.
But
the
then
other
I was
day,
like
too.
poor as dirt.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, you're just like hoping to like last until you get picked up again. You're like, oh man, and then you're
Yeah.
like praying for a fire.
Yeah, it's pretty cool though. Like after a while, though, you get a little older, you know, and you quit snowmobiling and ice fishing and skiing, and I don't ski.
Taking trips. And stuff.
All those
Yeah.
guys, yeah, they go to like, I don't know, Tahiti or some crap.
Thailand, yeah, that's the
Never
big
been
one.
there.
Yeah,
no,
me either.
Riding elephants.
Yeah.
I was like looking around down Swan Valley, and I was like, man, there's more horses than there is people. And there's more cows than there is people.
Man,
And
Andy,
everybody's complaining about not having a horseshoer.
where do we find an
Oh.
elephant to ride?
Yeah, yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
So I was like, I figured I'd do something other than just collect unemployment and snowmobile and be poor.
Yeah.
So I went to Oklahoma State horseshoeing school, became a blacksmith farrier.
Dang, dude.
It was great, man. And
I was
then-
wondering. I remember you told me you were a farrier, and I knew you said you were just doing it on the side to make some money, but I didn't know how it ever came out
It was
to be.
really, really cool. So all this passion inside of when I was young, up at the West Fork, when I was a Job Corps student, 1998, I went to West Fork of the Bitterroot, and they had this old cowboy up there. His name was Denny Lycan, and he was incredible. To me, like, I come from the inner city of downtown Denver, downtown Kansas City, Missouri.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I grew up in the inner city. It's rough. And most of my life I was locked up. So, anyways, now here I am, and I'm a Job Corps student, and I'm over there at the West Fork, or I'm down at Magruder, and I'm, fixing fence, and I'm hanging flagpoles and doing stuff, and I'm feeding horses. I was definitely afraid of horses.
Oh, really?
So scared of them. Oh my gosh, they were so scary.
Such a big animal.
They're
at first,
huge,
though. Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
The thing is huge.
It's like, could eat me.
And so anyways, but I loved them. And I in a weird sense, I think that they comforted me.
Yeah, to me, they're kindred spirits.
Yeah,
your
because
natives
they knew
talk
I
about
was
it,
going through hell,
Yeah.
in my own personal life. And anyways, but all that time, so then I go on to start, what is it, North Star Outfitters over in Dixie, Idaho.
Oh.
And then, eventually go on to Swan Valley, Idaho. Swan Valley, Idaho, I met a man named Daryl Ricks, and he's this true cowboy. Like, he didn't go buy boots and a cowboy hat. He was freaking born with them on. This guy looks like he came from the dirt. Like, he's amazing.
Yeah.
And just took me in like a son, and taught me some stuff. And then we were out there shoeing horses one day, and he's like, hey, you ought to go to, because I was like, I want to learn. And he goes, I can't teach you. He goes, why don't you go to Oklahoma State horseshoeing school in Ardmore, Oklahoma? And I said, all right. So I saved up my money, and best I knew how, and I signed up, and I went. And man, it's one of the best things I ever did, best things I ever did, because it gave me a sense of a little bit of pride, because I worked in the off season. Because what am I going to do? Like, I live in Swan Valley, Idaho, drive to Idaho Falls to get a job at Jiffy Lube.
Yeah, I was gonna
get
say.
$8 an hour.
Yeah.
And I'd be paying for my gas.
Yeah, not
And a
not
pickup,
happy,
you know?
Yeah.
And so I did that, and it was like such a relief and just such a passion. And I wasn't scared of horses anymore. I knew how to work with them. I loved them. Like, it's like I can meet with them, and I don't know how to say it, but it was just a neat experience for me to have. It's one of the best accomplishments I've ever done.
You faced the fear.
Yes.
Yeah.
You
Big
faced
fear.
You faced the fear.
Yeah.
And that's we brought the fire crew down, and Danny shoed some of the West Fork horses.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
1 year.
Yeah, down Darby.
And we that
So
whole
set,
week.
set up a clinic a little
Yeah,
bit.
that whole week leading up to it, we talked about facing your fears,
Yeah.
right? So this is what I'm talking about. God breathed.
Yeah.
Is everything kind of fell in place, and we could use it like, hey man, you might be scared of this, but you got to face it.
Yeah.
You got to take it. And so we led it that whole week leading up to Danny
Well,
shoeing horses for Carl.
yeah, for Carl. Yeah, he's great.
And
Oh,
man,
really?
you ran like what 2-3 horses through him.
No, I think I only did one horse that day.
Did you just do his lead horse?
I don't know which horse I did, but I did one, and
But it was like a clinic. It was
but
like we
it
were in
was
Oklahoma
cool.
State.
Oh,
it was
really? That's so
teaching
cool.
the students that there's a lot more to life than just fire. Like, you can't just fight fire and try to have a living. Especially when you're a seasonal or like, living 13, whatever. You got to have some other skills besides that to like really make it.
Yeah.
Especially now. Shit, you see what rent's going for?
And gas.
I mean, the rent's too damn high.
Yeah.
It's too damn high. Anyway, so it is. So you got to do something, and whatever you're passionate about. And I was just lucky enough to be like, hey man, I'm passionate about horses. I love them, but I'm afraid of them.
Yeah.
And so that's what we led into, is like facing your fears. And then not only that, like not just looking at fire as your only source of income, and seeking other opportunities like carpentry and welding and facility maintenance and painting, anything you could do.
Broaden the horizon, man.
Yeah.
When we were at Trapper, Danny, we'd have some good students come through, and I was like, yeah.
There's some great
And Danny
ones.
would be talking them out of ANR.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm like, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah.
He's like, man, they ain't going to fight fire 24/7, 365.
Yeah.
He says they need to have something to fall back on.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Hard to argue.
man,
on.
I was sitting there, I was like, you got to be kidding me, man. You're talking this gal into electric?
Oh, I know. She was really good.
She was good.
Yeah. I can't remember her name.
Did she,
I remember.
did she stick with it then, or like electric?
No.
Or did
I
she
don't
go?
think so.
Oh.
No, and she was, so that's what he was saying. Some of the good ones, just, they just slip out and they do what they're going to do, and they're successful at it. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. And
Yeah,
like,
God bless them. They'll be fine.
But they don't do fire, and that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. But it's, you know, and we said that coming in. If you want to do fire, great. If you don't want to do fire, that's fine. But earn some transition money,
yeah.
Smart.
you know, and have something you can fall back on. And when he told me, he was like, man, what are they going to do for the other 13 pay periods? And back in those days, it was 13-13.
Yeah.
Right? And actually, back in those days, it was 1039.
Yeah,
Yeah.
10:30.
That was the only way in.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Same when
You
I
know,
started. Yeah.
Yeah. We
We
all
all
started.
started.
We all
Yeah.
started 1039.
Yep.
So it was like, he's talking them like into electrical and into facility maintenance and into carpentry. And I'm like, what are you doing, dude? Like, this person is good.
We need firefighters.
I'm like,
God
we need
bless.
fire. And he's like, dude. And when he said it, it was like it clicked.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, I got it.
Yeah.
Right? And it didn't matter what trade they were in. It didn't matter.
Yeah, get another skill, right?
Anything.
The first
Yeah.
the first permanents we placed were in office administration,
No.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
and it
Yeah.
was the first two, and they went like within a month of each other.
Really?
Yeah.
That's super
Yeah.
cool.
And they were
Down
O-
to Albuquerque.
They were OA.
Yeah.
Oh.
Didn't they go to Albuquerque?
Yeah, the
Service
Albuquerque
Center?
Service Center,
Oh, nice, dude.
ASC.
Yeah. Good for
Yeah.
them.
They
2
got
years later,
passion.
2
Those
years-
guys are fighting.
2 years later, they were
Those gals are fighting.
they were processing our times for us.
That's what I was gonna say, man. They're
Yeah.
probably, yeah, if they're still
doing
around.
They
They're
were,
probably,
they were
We're
processing.
calling them.
I'm calling them. I'm like, hey, push
Asking
it,
questions.
push it. Like, why is this taking 3 weeks?
yeah, help us out here.
And she's like, I'm on it. I'm like, oh, we just infiltrated the enemy.
Yeah, I was
you
gonna say
know?
you got an inside gal there. You know, insider.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. When they're probably
Dude.
GS Fantastics now.
It is crazy. Since when I was a kid, the fire program there at Trapper to what it is now, it's totally different.
Oh yeah.
Totally different. And actually, it's above and beyond all expectations of what me and even Justin had. I mean, we got pickups and rigs and
Type 6 engine and
engines and
Yep.
trucks and gear of every kind.
Yeah.
We got permanents and we got help.
and they're talking about
We never
expanding.
had any help,
Yeah.
you know.
And they're talking about expanding the building too, aren't they?
Yeah.
Adding another bay on or
Yeah.
something maybe?
Yeah.
We got a Connex trailer and we were like celebrating.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm not keeping you guys from anything, am I?
no.
So we can
no.
definitely do another one.
My daughter, she's picking up chickens.
Oh.
Yeah, she's holding chickens.
That's awesome,
Yeah,
man.
That's a big deal in my house.
Yeah, it is though, man, right?
Happy Lou's my partner in crime, man.
Yeah.
She's my little angel.
That's cool,
She's
man.
awesome.
Me and that girl, we're kindred spirits.
Yeah.
Look at her.
Here's your baby girl.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, incredible, man.
She's awesome.
Oh, she is, man. Just sweetheart, huh?
That's a Brahma chicken. That's the one she's gonna show in the fair.
Oh,
so
really?
this
Oh,
is big
yeah,
news.
dude.
I got big news.
We got
Yeah,
fair.
here we are.
Yeah, I got big news on the table right now.
Hit me.
So I got my son, who's 3 years old. His name's Ridge. He's a beautiful red-headed boy. Looks like Daddy.
He looks like.
Does he?
that.
Yeah.
We call him
just-
Rooster.
Yeah, we call him Rooster.
Oh, perfect.
He's a bad Larry.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's gonna do some mutton busting.
Is he at 3 years old?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 3 years
Oh,
old. dude,
that's
3,
awesome,
He's
man.
gonna do some mutton busting. We got him a vest and a
At the
helmet.
Valley County Fair.
We got him some chaps. Oh yeah, buddy. August 30th.
That's
You
awesome.
should come down and watch because it's gonna be awesome.
Oh, that's
When's
yeah.
Appy Lou showing the chicken?
The same day, 30th.
Yeah.
I don't know what time. I'll let you know. And then
We're
yeah,
just
Appy
doing we're
Lou's
doing a call out for the Valley County
yeah.
Fair on
Yeah,
your,
but
on
show
your
up.
podcast,
Yeah.
man.
That's
Appy
so
Lou
awesome.
Who from Dixon Creek Whoville
Yep.
is gonna show her chicken, and I think Ridge might show a chicken too.
Nice,
Yeah.
man.
Is she showing that monster she was holding there?
No, that's a Brahma, big white Brahma or
Yeah.
a light Brahma. I'm learning all this stuff.
I don't know much. Yeah, you can
And
tell me
then
anything. I don't know
Ridge is
anything.
gonna show a
You just got spurred out of the gate, man. You're
he's
good.
gonna
Yeah.
show a Rhode Island Red
Oh, those
named Grassy.
Those are big, aren't
So
they?
we got 5 chickens. One's name's Grassy. One's name's Claw. One's name's Pecky.
You better get
One
it right.
name's Constructioner, and the last one's name is Nuts because that chicken is nuts.
It's
man.
nuts,
It's
yeah.
crazy.
Fits it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're getting a bunch more. We're gonna get a rooster.
You know-
I'm gonna call him Rooster Cogburn.
Oh, that'd be great, man.
That's what I'm gonna call him.
What a great movie, man. Man, you know there's EMTs at rodeos and stuff. You know, like they're gonna need a rodeo or EMT for that sheep after your son's done with him, man.
Oh, yeah,
if he's
yeah,
strong
they're
as
gonna-
you know?
Oh, he's tough.
yeah, that's what I'm
He's
thinking.
tough.
And then you like
He's
grab him
really
on the
little.
neck, you
He's
know?
really. It's really hard to find like gear for him
Oh,
because
yeah.
he's so little. But he's freaking tough as nails.
He's
yeah.
tough
Oh,
for
I bet.
nails, dude.
Yeah.
That kid's
He
tough.
bonked his head in church a couple times, like on the pew, like I think he was falling asleep or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
God bless him. But he bonked his head. Like
Get some
that.
rest.
And then he just held it. He's like, Dad, it freaking hurts. But he didn't. He's just like, he just toughed it out. And I'm like, attaboy.
Yeah, that's my boy.
That's my kid.
Attaboy.
Chip off the old block, man.
Yeah.
You just take it.
Yeah. Well,
That's
you
God telling you, wake up, boy.
yeah, stay awake.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna cut
Wake
that-
up and get a hold of your life.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
cut that pew down when I get
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Nah, man.
That's awesome though, dude.
Yeah,
Like, 'cause you
dude.
learn, but you learn that like that what the little lesson that you learned to fight through the pain, just like hold it for a minute and it subsides.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you learn like, oh yeah, it sucks for a minute, but then it
Yeah.
subsides and you're
Dude,
fine.
that little kid ran his finger
Through a
meat grinder
meat grinder.
Oh
yeah.
no.
and never
Cut.
didn't even cry. He was
Nah.
like, "What's up?"
Oh man,
Yeah.
that's harder
He
than
calls me up.
dude.
He's like, "Dude,
Poor
we're going to
kid.
the ER." I'm like, "Uh-oh."
Oh Lord, man, that poor kid.
What a
man.
tough
Dude,
kid
tough,
though.
tough,
oh
dude.
man,
Tough.
That's
Oh, he's got a big heart, you know.
that's good though, man. That's a real important part
He's
for
tough,
sure.
man.
Having both. The well, I don't, you guys probably know Tough Heaterman was a bull rider back in the day. He
yeah.
broke
Oh,
his
yeah.
face on Bodacious.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
And like stories from his family, from his parents, was similar to your kiddo there, like just tough as nails at a young age, like never cried or anything.
Yeah, he slammed his hand in the door,
Oh.
and like the door of the car or whatever. He got his hand caught in it, and he didn't cry, so that's why they call him tough.
Oh,
Tough
that's
Heaterman.
what it was. Oh,
That's exactly
that's the
what-
story.
yeah,
Yeah. Jeez, man, that video of him holding his face together after Bodacious slammed it,
Yeah.
dude, like
Yeah.
crazy.
Right.
Like that would have
Yeah.
killed some people, dude. You know, like
I'm putting a helmet on my kid.
yeah, that's
Okay.
smart. Yeah, that's smart. Yeah.
Wait,
on,
it's a
man.
hockey helmet.
Yeah.
No, I'm serious.
Protect the moneymaker, man.
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
he's beautiful.
Yeah.
Look at him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poor feller, he just looks just like me. All he needs is a mustache.
Oh, see, yeah, he's a beautiful kid, man. You know, that's awesome, man.
Oh, hey, I want to give a shout out to Rosie
Yeah.
and the Wildland Firefighter Foundation, and to Run Your Pack. So Run Your Pack's out of Clinton, Montana.
Oh, I didn't know.
But I told him the stuff that I was going through. I was having a really hard time. So I lost my love of my life dog, Angel Yetta.
Angel.
And when I lost her, I had to shoot her. You know, she was dying.
Yeah.
And I went down to Swan Valley, and I was doing a clinic on shoeing horses, and then I came back. She waited for me to come back, and then that night, I was so tired, guys, so tired, just whooped.
Yeah.
And then she started to die. She was like, I think she was 16 years old.
Oh man, long run then.
Good Queensland healer. She was
Oh, yeah.
beautiful. But anyways, so I'm like, all right. And time went on, and I'm like, I'll never have a dog like her again. She was my best friend. Meanest bitch that ever bawled for beads. I mean, she was tougher than hell.
I don't know.
Fuck.
Oh, that's awesome.
She's tough.
I don't know if I heard that saying
Ugly.
before.
And she is just rough. I mean, you look at her and you're like, God bless. That dog is ugly. Like, it's horrible.
Yeah.
And make a billy goat puke. I mean, it was terrible.
Poor girl, huh?
Yeah. So anyway, so she died. And so now I'm like, okay, I got to do something. Because I was in the pit of despair, you know. And I'm like, I need a partner. I need something to do. Because I'm cripple, like halfway cripple. My mind's gone. I don't have a purpose. I needed a purpose.
Yeah.
And that's a big thing that happens when people retire, that they don't have a purpose. And I believe wholeheartedly that God didn't make us to not have a purpose. Our purpose just can't be to just chill out sit around, do nothing.
Recliner, watch
Negative.
TV. Yeah.
You got to have a purpose and a drive.
Totally.
And so I'm like, okay, I'll get a dog. And so I got Rosie, bring her home, and she's this beautiful blue heeler. She's great. Then I heard about Run Your Pack, and I'm still going through all this stuff. And I was broke. Like, I'm like, golly, like, what am I going to do? Like, I need something to help me. Because with the Meniere's disease, too, like, I could, like, get super dizzy. So it's a violent vertigo. It's an autoimmune disease with violent vertigo, and it happens in stressful situations. So it happens when you come down from stressful situations.
Oh.
And Justin can say that, because like I would get, like it's like when we're on a fire and we catch the fire, it's good. We're good now.
Yeah, everything's cool.
And when it comes down, dude, I passed out many times in the woods. I never let anybody know.
Oh.
I mean, I was the IC, or I was the division.
Yeah.
I mean, I was the guy in charge, and I would pass out, and with violent vertigo, and wake up, and like radio communications, all that stuff. I was all by myself. Nobody knew where I was at. Nothing. And
oh man, so
so
dangerous.
Meniere's disease is really, really bad, and it could really booger a guy up, especially driving. Almost wrecked the truck like 4 times. One time with my kids and my wife in it.
Oh yeah, scary.
It just started happening. Luckily, I was in like Wisdom, Montana.
Yeah.
And like, there's nobody there, so
No.
thank God. And my wife had to like step on the brake because I was like spinning out of control.
Yeah.
And it could last for 1 minute. It could last for 2 hours.
Oh my.
And it's horrible.
I bet.
And anyway, so the Wildland Firefighter Foundation helped me out with money to pay for school for Rosie to go through this obedience school and to get trained and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that's why she's my service dog, and
She's amazing.
excellent. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
Well,
excellent.
like you were telling me before, so she's trained up so that if you do pass out, lose consciousness, what happens?
She'll bark and bark and bark and just cover me until paramedics or whatever shows up.
Yeah, or until you come to, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or until I come to. Luckily, none of that's happened.
Look out! Look out!
I'll punch that thing in the freaking face. What was that, a horsefly? I'll smoke
I
it.
think it was
bald
I'll
face
smoke
hornet, dude.
Oh, it is.
No, I'll
That's a
smoke that
bald
fool.
face hornet. It's gonna smoke you.
Oh, yeah!
Oh,
Yeah,
got
in
him.
the face!
Got him.
Now punch him in the face. Rosie will eat him. Oh, he's right there.
That's a bald face hornet, bro.
Trying to sting my stuff. Oh, thanks, Danny.
Yeah. See you later, brother.
Saved my life.
But anyway, yeah, you know, she's just a great dog, man. She's doing really good.
Yeah, I mean that's
She's just a
incredible,
pup.
dude. Yeah, what'd you say? She's 1?
Yeah, 1.5.
1.5. Yeah, man. Like, so
And when I put
well
her, like,
behaved.
when I put her on in her gear and stuff, she'll just kill it. But so it's kind of like Trapper.
Yeah.
I got this wild critter,
Yeah.
and I need to help tame it. and shape it and mold it and make it better. And I need a purpose. And that's where I came up with that.
Yeah, well,
or
smart.
God came up with that. God came up with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, in God we trust, bro.
Yeah, that's awesome right there. It says right on the side. Well, I mean, like we were kind of talking before on the phone, like just like tools for his hands, right? You know, like for the good Lord's hands, you know, and like, I mean, all the lives you've impacted already. Oh, another one just came back, or maybe he just woke up and he's coming back for seconds.
Oh, no, man. He ain't coming back.
Did you see that one, though?
Yeah.
He's not playing. Didn't
Was he all boogered up?
No, I think it's a new. I think it's a new one. Maybe it's his buddy coming back for revenge.
Yeah.
But
his buddy, he's got you pegged.
oh, dude, they're just gonna move in and then they'll get me tonight when I go
Yeah.
clear this place out.
Yeah, right.
Just be waiting in here. But yeah, man. I mean, like it's the stuff you guys have done, man, at Trapper. You know, like just
man.
incredible. You know, all the
Dude.
success stories.
Bro, we took it from nothing. Like this guy and me.
Pickup truck
we had
and
nothing.
yeah.
I mean,
It was
remember
good.
the bus? Oh, God.
I'll tell it.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So
Worst
we're
day of my
we're on
life.
it was the observation fire,
Yeah.
and I'm talking to Danny, and I'm like,
Right
man,
before the Roaring Lion fire.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
it
year.
was before the Roaring Lion.
Yeah.
Observation was getting ready. It was popping off, and I had it as a Type 3, and I was like, dude, I need a crew, and he's like, man, I'll come with the bus. I'll load them all up. Come with the
I
bus.
don't care. I'll take a bus.
I'll take the bus.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. Let's go.
Yeah. Get some.
You want to go to war? Let's go.
And he shows up the next day, man, and he just looks beat down. We're getting ready for briefing. I'm looking at him, and he's like, got his head.
Oh, it's terrible.
And I'm like, dude, what's up, man? You okay? He's like, bro, I'm driving a bus.
It was freaking horrible.
We had the bitter hot shots there.
a
the
minibus.
A minibus.
Bitter Helena and Lolo pulled up that same day, and Danny pulls up in a bus.
Yeah. And I'm chewing ass.
Oh, really?
Yeah, bad.
Just-
because one of the kids forgot his hard hat.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
And then
Two of your kids forgot your hard
Yeah.
hat, but only one of them admitted it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. That kid sat on the bus for a while. The rest of the day. 16-hour shift.
Oh,
I come
man.
driving down. I'm checking the bottom line, and here's this
He's
dude.
doing great.
Here's this dude. He is doing
Yeah.
great.
Oh,
He's
good.
in the military. He's killing it.
See, he probably
Yeah.
wouldn't forget to do it again
Oh, no.
after 16 hours.
He's excellent.
This
kid.
dude's sitting in the bus, and he's sitting there, and I knocked on the door, and he opened the window.
Uh-huh.
He says, I can't open the door. I said, what do you mean you can't open the door, dude? And he's like, I can't open the door. Danny told me not to open the door. Danny told me to sit in here and learn the 10 and 18s.
Oh, man.
And I'm like, well, do you
16
know?
hours.
Yeah.
Do you know them? He's like, I'm learning them. I'm like, why are you sitting in the bus? And he's like, forgot my hard hat.
Oh.
And I said, you forgot your hard hat? He goes, yeah. But I didn't admit that I forgot my hard hat because we went back to Darby to get a hard hat for somebody else. And I already seen how Danny reacted to that one, so I didn't want to. And this is what I'm saying.
I told him. I said, hey, if anybody's forgot anything, let me know.
And this is what I'm saying. They give him a rose.
I know.
He locks him up in a bus for 16 hours. They give him a rose because they're like, man, that Danny Atkinson, man, I just love that guy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, I just made you 20 grand.
Yeah. Where's the rose here?
Where's my rose?
I know. It's great.
Oh,
I
that's
love
awesome, man.
it. I love it.
Yeah, you guys are like almost like good cop, bad cop. You
Oh,
know, but you guys are
yeah.
both getting awesome
We
results.
play
then.
it back and forth. Dude.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
No, man, it was good, dude. Like what we built.
And all of it's coming from like love is what I think why
That's
it's
it.
so
Mhm.
successful.
That's
You
it.
guys aren't just going through the motions. You guys actually
Mm.
care and want to see them
That's it.
succeed. You know.
That's
Bet. Yeah, man.
We had this kid, happiest guy in the room, happiest guy in the room, saddest guy in the room.
Mhm.
Oh, like just ups and downs.
Oh man, he was it just right. You just heard
Yeah, I know who you're
he
talking
had
about.
the internal battle,
Mm.
and he
Yeah.
was struggling, dude. And
Yeah.
and he came in. He finally came in. And he was broke. And I remember talking to him.
Broke.
Oh.
Broke. I
We don't
remember.
want to mention his name. Man.
No, but
He's good, eh?
he's good.
He's killing.
Oh, good man.
Killing.
But we had the counselor in there, and the counselor was worried about it. And we're talking to the counselor about him, and me and Danny were, dude, I don't know what to do, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a Darbarian. I was born and raised in Darby.
Yeah.
I don't know. Dude, alls I know how to halter a cow. I know how to feed a cow. I know how to cut hay. I know how to bale hay. And that's about it.
You know how to pull a cow, too.
I know how to pull a
Pull a
cow.
calf.
Yeah, I can pull a calf. Like,
So that's a pretty big deal.
like nobody's business. But so, and this kid comes in and he's talking suicide and he's talking all this stuff, man. It's foreign to me,
Yeah, man. Like
right?
new territory.
And so I rely on Danny. I'm like, dude, have you ever thought about this? And he's like, yeah, man. I'm like, how do we handle it? Like, because we got to address it,
yeah.
right? Like we talked about facing your fears, right? This is one of my fears. Is like, how do we face it?
Yeah, dude. How helpless.
And it's a student, right? And he good.
Very
Good.
Yeah.
And so we come back, and man, the only thing I know what to do is like, I opened my briefcase. Thank you, sir. I opened my briefcase and I had one of those Gideon Bibles,
Oh yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It was camouflage. It was
Camo.
cool.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
It was
Camo.
cool.
Yeah.
And the counselor was taken back.
Oh.
And so the counselor's like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Just at the side of the Bible.
Well, because it was we were in government. I mean, we're at a government facility, and I'm
Oh.
like, man, this is the only guy I know that can help this guy.
Yeah.
Right? Like we
higher
ain't gonna
power.
help him.
Yeah.
This is us helping him. And we give him that Bible, and the counselor, dude, loved it.
Yeah.
Loved
Oh,
it.
yeah. Loved it.
And so we give him that
He's a
Bible.
good egg.
And the
Yeah.
next day, that kid came in and God bless him.
Yep.
I mean, he came in. He's like, I need you guys to sign. You guys saved my life.
Oh man.
And so, dude, like, man, when I went to Job Corps, everybody's like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Right.
Right?
The
Because, I mean,
stigma.
it was fire.
Yeah.
It was fire. And they're like, what are you doing? And I'm like, man, you don't understand. Like, I have more in common with these guys than I do with you guys.
Yeah.
But I didn't understand a lot of things. Right? And I didn't have to, because I had guys like Danny. I had all the counselors up there. I had all my bros back on the districts, right?
Yeah. You got all the
That-
connections and stuff too.
That could help us.
Yeah.
I didn't have to know everything.
Yeah.
But this one was a total loss. We handed him that Bible the next day. He came in and he said, I need you guys to sign this Bible. You guys saved my life.
Really.
And
I
I gave
was-
his life to Christ.
I was like, you
That's
got to be
awesome,
kidding me, man. And so we all signed it. Me, Danny,
Yeah.
the counselor,
Yeah.
we all signed it. And
That's powerful,
the
man.
The kid walked out, and he was like,
It gets more powerful, bro.
The
This
kid-
is just the tip of the iceberg.
tip.
Dude.
And he was like,
Watch
dude.
what God does with this kid's life. Not only his
Yeah.
life, what he does with mine and Justin's life as well.
Yeah, it was amazing. We had another gal, fought her whole way through Job Corps.
Oh yeah.
She was not gold. She wasn't
Yeah.
she wasn't Trailblazer.
Trailblazer, yeah.
She definitely wasn't Trailblazer.
Yeah,
But-
lowest of the totem
But
pole.
man,
Yeah.
she was underage, and she kept fighting. She kept pushing. She kept going. She kept fighting. And we did guard school, and we taught guard school, and we got done teaching guard school. And that night, like the Friday night, right?
Yeah.
And everybody goes, like the Friday night, it was like everybody, like it was the release. Everybody's off, right? Because it was a production. It was big. Like we had like a line dig and a unit, and we weren't stopping until we finished the unit.
Yeah.
So
We'll smoke.
So we're gonna dig, and we tell them all, like, we're getting out there at 8 o'clock in the morning. We had media out there. We had everybody
really?
out there coming out there, you know, videoing
Yeah.
us. And he had Todd.
Oh really?
Todd's coming out there like, you dudes,
Like-
whatever, man.
Yeah.
Some of the
but-
stuff that we did during guard school should be illegal.
Yeah, we called like Job Corps guard school. We called it guard school.
Yeah. The
And-
Forest
and
Service
the-
Job Corps or job or what is it?
Guard
Forest
school.
Service Guard School. Weak sauce.
Yeah.
We put these guys through.
Wait,
hell.
what'd you guys call it something different?
No, well, we can't say it. On
Oh, I
here,
got you. Okay, we'll
but,
tell later. Tell me later.
But yeah, but so like Job Corps guard school was guard school.
Yeah.
It was ugly.
And the mission was to bring back the old Forest Service.
Yeah.
I don't care if you want to go on fire. What do you want to do? Right?
No.
Because
Yeah.
every trade at Trapper had a purpose in the Forest Service.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right? You need to
Yeah.
make a gate. Let's make a gate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally.
So
we need to put down flooring. You put down flooring.
but every day,
you
I
need
mean,
to fix a sink. You fix a sink.
Build
Yeah.
a sign. Yeah.
yeah. And so every day was like it was punishment. You're gonna earn your right to sit in this in this class.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna earn your right to sit in S190.
Yeah.
You're gonna earn your right to sit through S130. You're gonna earn your right to sit through L180.
Yeah.
You're gonna
Yeah, I
earn
know.
your right.
I could just imagine where he's gonna go.
You know, and so, but every day they earned it. They paid for it before we even started the class. It was prepayment.
Little attention getter too.
Yeah, you know. So I mean, we're going 10-mile runs, 8-mile runs, 6-mile
Bump runs, 55 deep.
55.
55 students.
Oh
dude.
yeah.
Oh,
I'd
dude.
send 5 at a time, and I'd bark at them.
In the book.
Yeah, dude, we were stretched.
Catch the puck. Don't fall back. Boot.
We
That's
were
awesome.
stretched out for a mile, bro.
Jeez.
So this gal, she
All
bites-
the way. I mean, we had.
Down the West Fork Road.
Yeah, down the West
Yeah,
Fork Road,
and then
up
up
Trapper.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it was nuts. And so this one gal, man, she was 17 years old. She was turning 18 in June,
Yeah.
and we were pushing for her, and she was good. She got done with guard school, and that night she attempted suicide.
Oh no.
Like so she finished it,
Yeah.
and she attempted suicide, and I didn't know what to do with her. Right?
Yeah.
Like, well, we're all home.
Oh yeah.
Like I just walked in my house, and I was like, oh man, like you should see this crew's gonna be good. And I remember getting the call, and they're like, we're taking her to the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, holy shit, like
gut punch.
gut punch, because this girl was good, like
Yeah.
tough, dude. Like QB rolling down the hill, she jumps in front of the QB and breaks her rib.
Oh.
Before, so it wouldn't hurt any
So-
other firefighters going
So
down
when
the
it
hill.
hit the other 30 below her, like
Yeah.
she took it, and then the next day, dude, she's in guard school
After
She's
breaking
still-
a rib.
after
she's
breaking
still
her rib.
wanting to dig.
Dude.
Still wanting to
Hurting.
dig, still wanting to go,
That's called fight, brother.
Yeah.
That's
It
called
was-
fight or flight.
right? So, and I know I'm bouncing around here, but
No, go ahead.
that's the thing. Like, I always went back to people like, man, what are you doing? That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like, because nobody here has that fight.
And there's no way. I mean, you can tell the story like this, which is really effective. But like to sit down in passing with somebody and try to explain what you just told me, man. Like you don't have time. It's hard to relay it. It's like it's intangible. Like you gotta see it and feel it, right?
Oh, yeah,
Right.
yeah. And then like not only that, just like to see people melt apart, like completely fall apart, and then pick up the pieces and love them just for who they are.
Yeah.
Not for what they've done, not for what they will do, not for anything. Just unconditional love is what all those kids need.
Dude.
And I'm one of them. And that is exactly the reason why I am who I am today, is because of unconditional love.
Absolutely.
And I got it from the staff at Trapper. I got it from my good Lord and Savior first. But I still get it. And then to give back to what was given to us. Like, I don't care who you are. You could have a rich family. You could be well off. You could be very educated. You could be the complete and utter of dysfunctional. And you could be illiterate and just socially, emotionally, everything outcast. As long as you show that you love them. Like, how do you do that? How do you love somebody that doesn't deserve to be loved?
Yeah, at least, or
How
sometimes
do
they
you
don't
do
think. Yeah.
That's what we do every day
Yeah.
at Trapper. They don't deserve it. None of us deserve it. But they are fully and completely blessed with it because they made the choice. They made a choice to try to change their life. They made a choice to try to get out of their comfort zones and the brokenness and the dysfunction and come to Trapper Creek.
Yeah.
To make something better of themselves. They're trying.
Yep.
No matter the good, the bad, the ugly, the dysfunctional, the freaking crap. Dude, they're trying. And to meet them halfway, hey, man, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, it goes a long way, man.
You betcha.
And
Because, dude, I was literally that person. I had nothing. I was broken. Luckily, I had Christ in my life. But man, there's some kids that just don't have that. They've never been exposed to that.
I was gonna say, yeah.
And it's not about Christ, or it's not about all that. Well, it is all about him.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
all about him. But they're not there yet. And when they get there, that's the tipping point. We had this kid who's just incredible. I can go on for days, bro. I don't know what you want to do. You can edit this. It's going to take you forever.
No, I'll just leave this off
There
the
was a
cuff.
kid that we were talking about at first,
Yeah.
or with Justin, and we went on to Washington, D.C., which is one of the greatest accomplishments in my life. I don't even know if it was an accomplishment. It wasn't an accomplishment. I want to take all that back, so delete all that shit, because it wasn't an accomplishment. It was a blessing. So God put us into this kid's life that Justin and I led to the Lord, and he completely changed his life. He's doing great and amazing. Anyways, he was the Corps member of the year, and he got to go to Washington, D.C., and Justin got to go along with him.
Oh man.
And through that, there's a big fight, but I got to go along with him too.
Oh, cool, dude.
And like little Danny Atkinson standing at the Washington, monument, or the Abraham Lincoln Memorial.
With Lincoln on his birthday, dude. We
Yeah,
found him.
on his birthday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we found Abraham Lincoln on
Yeah.
his birthday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that guy was cool. He looked just like Abraham Lincoln.
Really?
He was
No.
tall. Yeah, he was walking around with top hat.
Had the hat and
It
everything.
was really
Yeah.
cool.
That's cool, man.
There was no protesting and all this other crap.
Yeah. I was gonna say
but-
beautiful Danny Atkinson, not little.
Yeah, well, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
But we got to go and see all this stuff, and it's because we were blessed by God. Like, how
No, the
do
way-
we get a kid that lived under a bridge with his mom for years? I'm talking years, bro.
Brutal, man.
And then made him a ton of money, and then he leaves Job Corps. He goes back to Boulder, Colorado, on a leave pass. He spent all of his money, which we strictly advised him not to do.
Yeah, it's kind of
But
prohibited, right?
he's trying to show his mama, like, "Hey, mom, we could do better than this. I got you." Like, he's trying, man. He's freaking trying.
Yeah.
And he came back to Trapper, and he's like,
Just buying his mom nice things and stuff is what he's doing down there?
yeah, he was
He was trying to get her a house.
trying to get her a
Trying to get her a
house,
house.
trying to get her a place to
Apartment.
live,
Yeah.
apartment,
Yep.
get her on her feet,
Sacrificing
Stuff
all that money he made
Yeah.
for someone else,
and
man. That's big.
it didn't work out.
Oh, man.
And so now he's broke. He's back at Trapper, and this kid has a heart full of gold.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, like, we went on with the fire season and stuff like that, and then we go to Washington, D.C., man, and that was amazing.
Well, he went to advanced training, and his goal was to get back into Job Corps.
Oh, really?
Into Job Corps and be a dorm staff.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Well,
And
he
so-
ended up being
And then he was a CSO,
CSO.
Center Standards Officer,
Oh, whoa.
the cop.
The cop,
Yeah.
dude. He became not the cop, man. He's just the guy that enforced
The rules.
the rules, the punishment.
Okay.
So, like, if you screw up and, like, I don't know, whatever, you're caught doing this or that,
yeah.
he was the guy. He
Like-
is the guy now
Yeah.
that says, "Hey, man, this is your punishment for what you've done." And
Like sneaking out of the dorm or
hey,
whatever
man,
it might be, right?
I
Yeah.
tell you this much right now, that punishment from him would be way different than somebody that never knew what we went through.
Yeah, and doesn't relate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that kid knows it.
But man,
It's cool.
the gamut. We had guys like that. We had a gal that took the pack test probably 25 times.
Holy cow.
25 times, never passed it.
Yeah. Wore out like 3 pairs of shoes.
Yep.
Whoa. And she never passed it once.
Heart of a lion.
Whoa.
No.
Never passed it once.
That's no quit, man.
But she wouldn't quit.
Never passed it once. She never quit. She always finished the pack test.
Oh, really? Even if she ran out of time?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah.
But I'm talking like 5 minutes at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
cool.
only 5 minutes late.
Yeah.
Dude, she was a big gal. Big
Yeah.
gal. And slowly but surely and then she ends up being an excellent recreation person up in Washington.
Working in rec in Washington. Now she's in Oregon.
That's awesome, man. Good for her, dude.
You
She's
know?
the lion, bro.
Yeah.
So it was
Like if she hears us, she knows who we're talking about.
yeah.
Lion.
It was that. I mean, heart of a lion. But we had that spectrum.
Yeah.
You had the students that came in. Their parents were well-to-do. They had money. They were just out on their own and they didn't want to stop learning.
Oh.
And then we had the self-proclaimed, right? The kid we were just talking about, self-proclaimed gutter kids.
Yeah. He is a gutter
right?
kid.
And if he's listening, he'll know exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah.
But we had
What's
that
up, in our nerds?
nerds. But we had that spectrum, right?
Yeah.
Of college, going for their like associates, to 8th grade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everything in between.
And everything in between. Good, the bad, and the ugly.
I think that's so hard to relay for folks who haven't been there and experienced it, you know?
It's freaking beautiful.
It is, but there's no playbook, right? Because
There's no playbook.
they're all individual, right?
Yep.
Sort them out, man.
Yeah, sort them out, yeah. But, like, the one common denominator that you guys keep talking about is love, though, right? Because love conquers all, man. Like, that's the only fix for anything, right?
Bar none.
Yeah, bar
Just
none. Nothing
love
trumps that.
people.
Yeah.
Just for who they are. Not for what they've done. Not for what they do. Not even, just love, man. Love people.
We used
like,
to.
what the dude.
Yeah.
Going to the People's Market down in Darby, Montana.
Yeah.
And just thank somebody.
Yep.
Like, and push the cart back. A little bit of respect, a little bit of love goes a long freaking way.
Yeah, holding the door for somebody, all those little things, man.
Yeah. You know?
Absolutely.
Take your hat off when you shake a lady's hand.
Yeah, that's
you know,
big,
be
too.
a good, just be respectful. Try to be the best person that you could possibly be. You know, and it's not for your glory. It's to brighten their day, man. Because everybody's hurting.
Yeah, but the side effect is that you feel good too, though, right? Like if you're doing it right.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're walking around and
being a good human,
trying to be good to somebody else, shit, good things are gonna come.
Yeah,
you know?
man.
I mean, I don't know.
That's why we do what we do, man.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, man.
That's it. We've had the full gamut.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had we had a gal come in and say, "I love being comfortable.
Yeah.
Put me in it."
Oh.
She's
I'm
been
like,
on this podcast before.
Yeah, she has.
Oh yeah.
I'm like,
I know what you mean.
yeah, she's repelling out of
Tough as
husband right now.
nails,
What's
man.
up?
Hey. Oh,
But-
she's awesome, man.
She is. She's one of the tougher ones we've had.
She's good.
Tough.
You know, just when you meet her.
Mentally tough.
Yeah, like.
That girl,
Mentally tough.
what she's been through, shit.
Yeah, man, she's amazing. Like, you know those like people like with you guys, man. You mean like you guys probably click with everybody because you meet so many people, man. You guys have such big hearts, but like instantly when I met you guys, I was like, man, I really like you guys. I want to spend more time with you guys, whether you like it or not. You know.
Yeah.
But even her was the same way. When I met her, I was like, yeah, you're different. There's something special. You know, like I want to get to know you more. Like, yeah, that's why I want to have her on the podcast. I was like, there's more to this story, you know,
Yeah,
and there is. And
She's great.
yeah, so many layers.
She had to go through some stuff, man.
Yeah.
We all been through some stuff
been through
and
it.
peaks and valleys and everything else, but the bottom line, like everybody, it doesn't matter. So I learned this when I was a kid. So when I was going to church, I had to go through 3 bad neighborhoods that hated me.
Oh no.
Like I was in gangs and everything else. I had to go through 3 bad neighborhoods just to get to the church, right? Ducking down alleys and stuff like that. The guy hated me.
Dude,
you were gonna smoke me.
You were earning that church
Yeah.
trip, dude.
And
Oh.
so, but I learned this.
Yeah,
It's like,
we gotta drive like 17 miles. It's like, damn man, we gotta drive 93.
yeah, I just had to go about 3 miles, but through ducking and weaving through alleys and
Yeah,
stuff.
Bobbing
Tactically.
and weaving the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, now we gotta go 17 miles just to get to church.
Yeah, wild, man.
Ducking deer and elk.
Ducking
Yeah.
deer and elk.
Yeah, man.
But
What a difference.
Yeah.
so I learned this much is that it doesn't matter where you come from or who you are or what you have, what you've done. The worst day in your life could be, as a kid, getting a bad report card and not getting mommy and daddy's $5 or allowance or something like that.
Yeah.
Now, the worst day in my life could be my mama going out and checking the mail and getting sprayed up in a drive-by just because of something that I've done, or something that the neighbor has done. And that could be the worst day of my life. But it all hurts the same. It all hurts when we're rejected, when we're pushed out, when we're let down, when we're just the outcast, man. It's like it all hurts the same. People have spectrums, right? It's like, oh, you've been through a whole bunch of crap in your life and you deserve this. No, it ain't like that. And I haven't been through so much. No, it's not like that.
Yeah.
We all hurt the same. We're all longing for the same thing. We're all longing to be loved unconditionally just for who we are. And if I could put anything on this broadcast, anything on your podcast, whatever it's called, is love one another as he has loved us. Because, man, he laid down his life for us. Just the way we are. Just for exactly who we are. Not for anything we've done, not for anything that we will do. It's called unconditional love. Seeking nothing in reward. Nothing. That's my God, and that's what I'm going to stick with for the rest of my life. And that's how I'm going to try to treat my kids, and that's how I'm going to treat my wife. I'm going to look for no expectations. None. But just love one another.
Yeah.
As he has loved us. That's what he's commanded us to do.
Yeah, man. And we're all like creating his image, and we all have that compassion and that love in us that we can put out there. And it doesn't hurt you to do it, like
No.
you just put it out there.
And it can be hard sometimes. Like,
Yeah.
how many times has your wife messed up or you've messed up or like completely blown all expectations? Like Valentine's Day, like whatever it is, Christmas, and you just don't get the right gift, or there's expectations. Screw all expectations. Forget expectations and start loving one another just for who they are.
Yeah, man.
In the good, the bad, the ugly, man.
That was really good. I knew exactly what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's me, brother.
Absolutely.
Dude, my wife told me today, we got 100 days till we get our Christmas tree.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Right around the corner, huh?
Oh, yeah, right around the corner.
Dude.
I was like, you know how long 100 days is, man? I could be gone for like 90 of those days.
Yeah. But those 10 days, man, you got to start, like, gathering
10
your...
days, we better start flagging trees.
That's what I was going to say, man. Start
Yeah.
going some intel on some good
Yep,
trees.
We better get out in the woods.
Yeah, dude. That's such a good experience.
God,
too,
I got to
man.
think about that because my ceiling is huge.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Every year
You
I
better
get like a
start flagging them,
24-foot Christmas tree.
Oh, really? Yeah, we probably get about a 15-footer or so.
Yeah.
Like, we get a real skinny,
I get
tall
a-
guy.
I get-
Look at
I
you
get
guys. You guys
tall.
are highfalutin.
Yeah.
I get a 6-footer.
Yeah.
6-footer, yeah.
Well, yeah, your ceilings are he's got this big old elk mount in his house.
Oh, yeah.
And,
That you can kick with your foot.
Yeah, it's like
That's awesome.
it's like right here. It's like down at the
Like,
foot.
like he's
You
feeding.
drop kick it.
Yeah.
Live in an old ranch
His
house.
nose
That's
is at
awesome.
my knee,
Yeah.
and his horns are at the ceiling. It's pretty cool.
That's awesome. Well, and that's been in generations, right? Your place.
Yeah,
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 that's cool.
Yeah, bro.
3, 4 generation. I'm 4th generation
That's awesome.
living in my place. Yeah,
That's so
Yeah,
cool,
you have
bro.
to come out, man. Check it
Yeah,
out.
I've been wanting to.
You can kick the elk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't want to kick him. I'll pet him.
yeah, yeah. I shot that elk, and Danny said, "I said, well, we're gonna leave the horns here," and he says, "Oh, yeah."
I said I'd kill him.
Yeah.
And he says, "You ain't leaving the horns here. We're gonna mount him.
Yeah, I'd kill him.
I'll
Yeah,
pay. I'll
you
pay
kill
for
it.
the mount."
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah,
Was
I'm
that-
like, nah.
It was that good of an elk, eh?
Yeah,
What-
pretty
we-
good.
So we went up the mountain, he shot this. We were watching Jeremiah Johnson, man.
Yeah, great movie.
Like, yeah, in my truck.
In the truck?
at like 7,000 feet
Yeah.
in my truck. So I got a kind of a nice truck.
Yeah, it's nice.
pretty cool.
It's
It
beautiful.
has amenities.
It has amenities.
That's a good way to put
That's
it.
what he says.
Yeah.
Amenities. Anyway, so we put the DVD in. We can watch it on my little screen in my pickup.
Perfect. Cozy.
And
we're
we're
drinking beer.
yeah,
Yeah.
drink beer like 7 o'clock in the morning.
Yes.
And he's like he gets out to go potty, and he comes back in. He goes, "There's an elk over there," and I'm like, "Whatever, dude. I'm watching Jeremiah Johnson."
Yeah, I'm busy here.
Yeah, come on. And he gets his binocs out, and I'm like, "Oh no, that's a bull.
Yeah.
It's a 6-point bull." And I'm like, "Holy Nikes, let's go try to get it."
Yeah.
And we jump in the truck, and we came up with the plan, and we literally walked 10 yards out of the truck. And there's a
Give
and it's
me
like-
a break. We walk 30.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
30,
exactly.
30 miles.
30
we
miles.
walked 30 miles into the brush.
Back in, yeah.
Yeah, to get this bull.
Yeah.
It really was 10 yards.
Yeah.
And but yeah, that was a good shot, dude. That was like 350 yards
Yeah.
with a 4-power scope.
Ooh.
Straight 4.
Yes.
Dude.
I
Straight
shot
for-
him the first time, and
with
Danny's
7
like,
mm.
you missed him. And he walked up in the
No,
in the lodge bowl.
it humped up.
He walked in the lodge bowl, and I'm like, Danny's like, "What do you want to do?" So you were killing the bee earlier,
Yeah.
and Danny says, "Shoot him in the face."
Yeah, shoot him in the face because the body was covered. So
Oh, yeah.
he already shot him,
Yeah.
and he was gone.
Yeah.
Like he was gonna die.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, "Nah, man, shoot him in the face." He
That's right there.
smoked it right
So
in
I
the
shot-
eyeball.
So I shot him in the face.
4-power scope.
4-power scope.
Oh,
Weaver
yeah.
K4. Yeah. Yeah.
That's
4
incredible.
Old gun.
With a
Yeah.
Husqvarna.
yeah,
7
Husqvarna
mm?
7 mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Husqvarna, like the saw company?
Yeah.
Is it very same?
Yeah.
Old school.
I didn't know they made guns.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
yeah.
do.
Dude,
Oh,
this
that's
guy's
cool.
a freaking dead eye.
Yeah.
Like if
sounds
he
good.
could see
So-
it, he could kill it. Yeah, it's
Dangerous
horrible.
man. That's awesome.
so-
Glad to know you.
I smoked this bowl, and this other bowl splits out the back end of the trees, and Dave's like, "You missed him," and I'm sitting there looking at my shot. I was like, "Hey, no way, I missed that bowl."
Yeah.
Well, there was another bull in there, a small 5-point, and he
Oh.
ran off. I lobbed one out there. I just lobbed one, man.
Yeah.
I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
I think we both lobbed a
Yeah.
bunch of shots out there. At him.
Yeah.
Anyways,
range
so
him.
we walk down, and he walks down his trajectory, and I walk down my trajectory, and the snow and stuff, so you can see all the blood and all that stuff.
Yeah. No, you
Anyway,
got
in
him.
the tracks. So we see nothing. Anyways, we come up to his bull. That was one of the greatest times I've ever had with Justin.
Yeah.
I was on fire, bro. And he freaking smoked a 340 bull, like 341.
Dude.
341 and a quarter.
That's
Total.
impressive, brother.
It was awesome.
Yeah. Public land
And-
bull.
Yeah.
Public land bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah,
dude.
just out hunting, watching Jeremiah Johnson in my pickup, and then we ended up
Yeah.
smoking a bull. But
Dude, you couldn't write it better, man.
Thank God for
Aw.
kale smoothies and having to pee. You
Yeah,
know?
totally. Timing was right.
you know.
I was down there. I was like, I walked up. I popped up on this little bench, and I was like, oh. And so like,
Yeah, he comes
like
down.
I'm taking my hat off, and I'm like, oh. I'm saying my prayers. I'm like, thank you, Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm
And
done.
Danny's.
You gotta be kidding me! This is incredible!
Danny's hooting and hollering. I'm like,
Smoke 'em, man! We got him!
I
Yeah.
was like, yeah. Danny's like, what are you gonna do with him? I said, I'm gonna cut his head off and throw it in the woods. Just because I knew it'd get a rise out of Danny, and Danny's like, nay. I think that was the first time I heard the Deal.
No, nay.
nay.
Nay. You're taking this, son,
Yeah.
bitch. And I showed you how to,
Gutless.
gutless
Oh, yeah, bone
quarter.
like
yeah.
that,
Gutless
Yeah.
quarter.
Yeah. I heard that's great. My brother did that on his cow, I think.
Yeah.
We still got
Yeah.
tenderloins, but, it's still like, it's a little tough to get tenderloins.
Yeah, that's the only problem with it, right?
Yeah.
It's just getting the tenderloins
Yeah.
out, right?
we got
And
him.
that's
Yeah.
really
We got
good.
'em.
We got them.
Nice.
We yarded that thing out.
Yeah.
man.
The best part
Great.
about that whole year was, like, I shot that bull, that bomber bull,
In
Yeah.
my pickup.
in Danny's pickup, right? So we pack him out, and we get him out. We finally, and I text my wife, and I'm like, I said, I got one mount, I got a mounter.
Mounter,
And
yeah.
she's like, whatever, dude. when you coming home?
Yeah.
And about, the third day, I shot that on the third day of season. And the last 3 days, on the third day before the last day,
I shot a bull.
Danny shot a bull in my truck.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Dude.
And we're
when
not talking about that.
When we pulled up there,
Horrible.
Oh, really?
I still got
That's
that bull's heart in my freezer because
Oh
I'm still
God.
waiting for us to eat it.
Yeah.
That, oh my gosh, that's an elk that wouldn't die.
It wouldn't die.
Oh, jeez.
But I pulled up.
But I did kill it.
We pulled up in
Yeah.
my truck,
Kinda.
and we come around. It was just starting to get daylight, and I was like, "Oh, it's gonna be a good
You
day."
feel it, huh?
Yeah, oh yeah, there was elk everywhere,
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, yeah.
and so we drove up around. Your foot was messed up
Oh,
at this point.
booger.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Your foot was messed
So
up.
I'm like-
that was the only thing that was messed up right there that you knew about.
Yeah.
It was
Like, I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't feel very good. Like,
something's
I'm like,
wrong.
I'm boogered.
Yeah.
I can't walk. I'm like, what the hell?
So I always told everybody, I was like, man, tell Danny that he stepped on a Lego and he messed up his foot.
It's not a freaking Lego.
There, too.
I'll punch you in the freaking face. It's not a Lego, dude. It's a block.
He was like,
Oh, I was so pissed when people say, "Oh, he stepped on a Lego." It
know.
wasn't a Lego.
Yeah.
And the reason why I was so pissed about it because it hurt freaking so bad.
it hurt
Oh,
bad,
I
dude.
bet.
And
Yeah,
then they
see-
ended up killing all my toes.
But
Yeah.
we
Well,
didn't,
that was the start.
we
but
didn't know that. We didn't know that at the time.
Yeah.
That was the start of
That
psoriatic
was the start of
arthritis.
it. That was the start of it.
And
Oh,
then I
no.
got diagnosed with lupus and all this other stuff. But that was the start, and I was pissed.
Stupid block.
Danny's like, dude, I'm gonna punch the next person who says that. in the
Oh, I was
face."
angry.
Oh, I
angry.
bet.
And I'm like, so I'd go around and everybody's like, man, is Danny okay? I'm like, yeah, he stepped on a Lego.
I was all pissed off, walking around all the
And
time.
so
redhead with the freaking mustache. I'm like,
Yeah.
they'd show
I'm gonna
up.
kill everybody.
They'd show up. They'd show up and they'd be like, well, what'd you do? Step on a Lego? And Danny'd be like,
Who told you that?
I'll freaking kill everybody.
He'd-
You know, I just ain't doing it.
That's so awesome.
I felt bad. I feel bad about that. now.
You should feel bad about that. It freaking sucks. I lost 4 toes.
I know you did, man.
Oh,
Sorry.
man.
I don't care though. It gives me character.
It does, yeah. It makes for
I
a
can
good
still
story.
kick you in the ass with my freaking one toe that's
You
kind
good,
of crooked.
you good crooked toe. Yeah.
I remember going up like after surgery and shit. I'd go up and still try to help him like get wood and stuff for his family.
Jeez, man, you're
Wow.
tough as
Dude,
nails.
this dude went out hunting with us the next year
Yeah.
after surgery in a boot.
Oh, my God.
In a boot. And he's like, we seen these elk. And he's like, let's go.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, like, I can go hurt him. He's like, no.
Nah,
done
man.
beginning on
Drive, determination,
He'd go.
perseverance, man.
Yeah.
Go.
I love to go. That's my biggest downfall, is I just fucking won't let up. I
Go.
won't shut up and I won't give up, and I'm still not gonna do it
Yeah.
because I know that God has plans for me, and I'm gonna keep going,
Yeah, man.
and I'm gonna keep doing it, and my family. But I just gotta be smart,
yeah, well, you
and
get that.
it's just not in my genes.
Yeah. It comes with age, though, man. It's coming on.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know, bro. I'm still
Well,
crazy.
I'm gonna have to wrap this up, boys. 'Cause the
Yeah,
wife's at
wrap
home,
it
not
up,
feeling
dude.
good. But I wanted to mention, I don't know if you're still thinking about it, but doing your own podcast maybe here soon.
Yeah, man.
Fired up with Danny Atkinson.
Fired up.
Fired up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I'd
was
like
like,
to try that.
yeah, inspiring the uninspired, and
Yeah.
you know,
I don't know.
giving direction to the lost. That's what I was kind of thinking about. You know.
Yeah,
You
dude.
bet. Yeah, I get fired
He's
up.
the guy.
Yeah,
He's
man.
the guy.
Well, you're there too, man. I think a co-host might be kind of good once in a while. You know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you betcha.
Yeah, bring him in.
I
want
want to get fired up, man. Like anybody wants to get fired up, like this would be really cool. I got to figure out all this stuff that you got going on in
That's,
here.
that's
but
why you got me, baby.
I wanna tell people exactly like what's going on inside, and I get it, man. I just get the empathy. I have the empathy. I have the love. I have all that stuff inside of me.
Experience.
Yeah, experience. Man, been through hell and back.
Several times.
Yeah. But bar none, at the end of the day, I really want to get people fired up for their lives because, man, like God has so much more for us than just the normal day-to-day stuff.
Yeah, dude.
And you can impact people, like impact lives. And I just real quick,
Yeah, no, go
I
ahead.
told those people, I say that they come up to me and they're like, how do you do it? How do you do this stuff? And it's like, man, like, just be nice. be good to, like, pump people up. Like,
Yeah.
when you go to the gas station, instead of just be like, I need my cigarettes or Copenhagen and pack of beer or whatever. Meh.
Yeah.
No, like, freaking thank them.
And engage.
Engage
No one
with
engages
them. Look them in the
anymore,
eye
right?
and tell them that they're valuable.
Yeah, like,
Like-
how's your morning going? Good to
Yeah.
hear it, you know?
Dude, I'm so glad you're here today. Like, you go to
Yeah.
the same freaking store every day.
Yeah, good
They
to
know
see
who
ya.
you are.
Yeah.
And just tell them, man. Like, tell them, like, hey, I appreciate you.
Yeah.
I really
man.
do. That's it. That's it. Like, I appreciate you.
Yeah, sharing the love.
Or, like, when you take the cart back to the store. I was broken. Broken. Double boot. Can barely walk. I'd still push the cart back into the supermarket.
Yeah.
Because, freaking,
Because you can.
fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank
That's
you.
the right thing to do.
It is.
Hey, what'd you end every fired up with? Every day. What'd you end it with?
All right.
Here it
So,
Here it is, man. Here's how you end it.
Yeah.
do good. What is it? It's been a little bit.
Yeah.
Do good for somebody else.
No, I say do something good for yourself by doing good for somebody else.
There you go.
That was it.
There you go.
Do
There.
good for somebody else, or do good for yourself by doing good for somebody else.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's
do
Trapper.
good.
That's Trapper 101 right there.
Yeah.
That's it. Every single freaking day I had it.
Yep. Every day.
That's awesome, man. I want to plug that in the old podcast. Ooh, good catch, brother. Well, I appreciate you guys coming, man. Thank you so much. So good to have you guys on. I've been really looking forward to this one, and man, it was everything and more than I was hoping for, man. You guys are great. You guys are great, and spreading the good word of what you guys been doing for years and what you guys are still doing, man, is awesome. Appreciate you, fellas.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Love you, brother.
I love you guys too, man. And thanks for everybody who turns tuning in. Appreciate you.